Welcome to the woods. I'm James from Spirited Adventure, and in partnership with WoodlandsTV, I'm going to show you how I make these feather sticks. But before we do, we've got to go get the wood. So to make the feather sticks, we're going to use a bit of ash from this felled tree. What we're looking for is a nice straight piece with no knots. So I think we're going to take a piece between here and here. I'm going to use the bow saw. You may not have a bow saw, but you may have some hand saws. They work just as well. Once you have your round of wood, we need to split this into about 8. Use a technique called batoning. You can use an axe to split the wood, but watch those fingers. I like to use a knife. Any fixed blade bushcraft knife will do. What works well is if you have a nice solid stump to place it on. Take a fixed blade knife. We're going to put the wood close to the handle, right through the pithy spot. Okay, using a stout stick, and we're going to tap it on the top to set the knife in. So you'll see that the wood is actually starting to split. Then need to move to the end, and we just want to tap this down. Now when you apply pressure to the knife tip, obviously the knife wants to move up like that. So you have to keep holding the handle down until it splits. Okay, just let the wood drop to the ground, don't try and grab it. You've got a knife in your hands, you do not want to cause an accident while grappling for the wood and holding the knife. Okay, so we split it in half. We now need to just keep splitting this into about 8. Good tip for you, don't split in the centre of the log, because if your hands get all the way down to the bottom you might bang your knuckles. So if you're right-handed, set your wood up on the right-hand side, so that should your knuckles go all the way to the bottom, they're going to be over the side. Okay, so we've got a few split pieces of wood. We still need to prepare this by taking off the bark with nice clean cuts. So there's a couple of blemishes here and here, and I'm trying to smooth the surface of the wood so that when you come to shave up the bits in the feather stick, you want the smoothest wood and also the sharpest knife. When you get to the end, just twist the knife up and you're bending that little piece of wood out of the way. And don't worry if some curls fall off. So I'm pulling a little bit with my hand holding the wood, but really most of the control, about 80%, is with the knife. I'm using this part of the blade, which is the strongest part, gives you the most control. If you were trying to shave at this end, it'd be a bit like holding a tennis racket, so you've got less control. Try and get them all to the end as close as possible. That way you get a nice bunch at the end. You can turn the curls left and right, so pointing the knife back, they should curl to the left. Point the knife forward, they should curl to the right. What you want is the thinnest curls. It can take a while. I'm going to now flip the wood and start working on these raised ridges and try and make it all nice and bushy. If you don't have a fixed blade bushcraft knife, don't panic. A folding or pocket knife will work just as well for carving those curls. Another technique you can try is carefully placing the knife into the stump and drawing the wood back over the blade. I'm not keen on this because I can't fully see how much wood I'm taking off. I don't have as much control and I tend to lose more than I make. But this method may work for you. So why do we need feather sticks? Well, it's a great way to start a fire. If you've got wet wood, conditions are wet, if you found a nice dead log, if you were to split the log like we split that round, the wood inside would be mostly dry. Thanks for joining me in the woods today. You should give the feather sticks a go the next time you're out in your woodlands. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share the videos, and have a look at Spirited Adventure. So from me, James, and WoodlandsTV, see you next time in the woods.